What's happening with Mia? Why he got defeated right away so quickly because of the Brody 4-man in the mid lane? They beat him out level 1. I don't know if that's going to happen here, but we'll have to wait and see as we go into the game.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 1. The Philippines versus Singapore. Blacklist International versus RSG. And I do believe it's not going to be as aggressive. I think RSG's, after seeing the Diggy, Rockart, after seeing the Diggy,
you
they're
gotta
like,
be careful.
okay,
Yeah?
they have something crazy coming up, so we should kind of, go back as close to neutral as possible. And that's what we're seeing here. A 1-3-1 from RSG. On the other hand, Blacklist, we're waiting to see how they activate this interesting draft. Oh,
Yeah, this is like double support for Blacklist.
yeah, it's
Feel-
a 1-2-2.
It feels so different, and it's Oheb on the Mia, by the way. Wise is just more of the nuker support here with the Farsa, which is what he usually did before in when Onyx made the debut.
Yeah, look at this. This is refreshing, so to say the least. And now down bottom, Sync here, a little bit in trouble, taking quite a bit of damage from Oheb. I do like the interaction though between Mia's basics and the quick sand guard.
Yeah.
I think Sync really needs to catch out for that. Nice flicker in by Fossa, taking so much damage. That's all my Venus down. But do note, this is a Diggy, ladies and gentlemen. I need to see though. Oh, he's an Impure Rage.
Impure Rage, that's a lot of damage output coming in early on, and it doesn't need even high levels of magic attack.
Not too many items either.
Not too many items. You can just spam these bombs and they should be fine. They should do a lot of damage here. So Oheb, he's definitely gonna have a lot of safety here because the bombs will also serve as vision on those bushes.
Oh, yes, that is one thing that RSG does not have. So the vision game is definitely on the side of Blacklist here. And again, I do like how the Diggy never really has to go. Now there's the reverse time. Catching Sync off guard. Down goes the Khalid. Here comes Eson popping the Poisons, not giving Fossa any reprieve. There will be no takes here. LY4 rotating down.
Look at this.
I do believe LY4 just looked for greener pastures.
Yeah.
With Fossa here protecting him. Rockart, I gotta ask you, is that a wasted rotation?
I think so, because they didn't really get anything from that, and they forced LY4 back. Instead of him farming in the mid lane, that would have been so good if he got something. But now, if he just stayed in the mid lane, but now he has forced to walk around, even do some damage onto Eson as well as Wise here with Fenrir.
Ooh, LY4 putting some damage on Wise. Has to flicker out. Not enough. Still got a few beads on him. LY4 gets a kill. They are in the lead now. RSG 2-1 and about 100 gold in Rockart so far. It may have been a failed rotation, but it might have led into some conditioning. I think Blacklist felt like they were a little safe and put Wise's head out a little too out there.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to do against a team that has the Brody early on. I mean, it doesn't matter if the Brody misses like one wave of minions. If you get caught out, that's all the Brody needs to make use of that time that he was roaming. As long as he gets a kill, it's already worth it. And now he can also even get a turtle.
Ooh, free turtle as it gets. No contest from Blacklist International. The lead remains about 100 gold. That just means Blacklist International stays on guard. There's the reverse time. Sync, quick sand guard already.
I mean, I can already see the combo that Blacklist International's trying to do. Reverse time into the Mia crowd control. And that's a lot of damage already and a lot of disruption. You can easily win the lane with this lineup. But again, how well does it matter? How well will this work as we head into mid-game?
I have a question for you, Rockart. Check out Eson, a Retribution Baksha.
Yeah.
It looks like they have thoughts of being aggressive as well. Or is this more of allocation of resources? Because look, they're giving the buff to the Baksha.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was going to be just for him to be able to go for the Lord Steel, the Turtle Steel, probably, but he's getting a lot of farm.
But fight in mid right now. Edward being pushed back despite
Flicker!
Wise's artillery fighting over Fossa. Smart missiles to clear the wave and they reset down bottom though. Sync is a trooper. Rockart Sync literally has the worst time this game.
Yeah,
I think Edward up top is doing better.
He's holding on. It's amazing how he's holding on, actually.
At least against Tams. Look at this. Now picture in picture up top. It looks
go.
like Edwards is in trouble. Lapu Lapu, you ain't going anywhere. LY4 finds you. Down bottom, though, it's Sink with the rampaging Sandstorm. Trying to catch Wise off guard, but there's the Wings by Wings. He's out. Eson pops the Paisans, clearing the way for the minions to get this turret, and that is going to be one down for RSG and Blacklist, mirrored top and bottom.
That's what you want to see there. You want to be able to see some even trades if you are Blacklist right now. Wise is just, whenever he goes, he leaves the lane. Look at the damage that's being done. I mean, they need to get something back because right now RSG are getting so much more around the map.
I really like how they have gone through moving and keeping open the right lanes. Because this has grown into a 2,000 gold lead, Rockhart. 3-1, 6 minutes in. Nice toss onto Edward. He doesn't have a good time. There you go. Eson also in trouble. Does not have enough defense to use. Even the Poissance was not enough.
Yeah.
Oh my Venus backing out. There's a rotation and a diversion. There they go. Rampaging Sandstorm underneath the turret. Venus might survive, and she does. Fossa does not want to force the issue, and there you go. From behind the scenes, quick take onto the turtle by LY4.
It's just such a smart play from RSG. They know that OHEB is nowhere near ready to fight yet, and they're really forcing it while they have a big advantage. The Brody just feels so much more threatening compared to the Mia right now, and because of the lack of the front line for Blacklist, the RSG knew that they could win, and they really went for it.
I feel like, again, earlier I was mentioning during the prelude to this matchup, it is a interesting clash of styles. Blacklist, they obviously want to cover up their early game with a very aggressive Baksha. And of course, Edward with superior dueling skills on Lapu Lapu, but it kind of backfired. And looking at how, again, quickly and how aggressive a Brody can be early game, even just with one buff. Doesn't even have to be the purple or the orange, doesn't matter. With another support, he can take down most of Blacklist's lineup, even Eson. That just proves that Blacklist is a little too soft. I wonder where they are going to relay that now. Hold up. Wise with the feathered airstrike. Edward flips out.
Sink.
But from the back,
gosh!
Sink jumps in and catches Edward with no clue, no mercy, no quarter.
That was beautiful. You know, that was beautiful. When everyone is so busy and then you go a sneaky on the back, it's like, wow, the timing to do that is just perfect. And I think they're going to keep going here as Wise pops another feathered airstrike just to clear out the minion waves. And this is just a sign that Blacklist, they're playing on the back foot right now.
OHEB picks up the Scarlet Phantom, so that should help. But I don't know if he has enough damage already. Fossa, I like how Fossa has been playing this whole game. Fossa has just been acquiring targets and serving them up to either LY4 or... Actually, you know what? It's all LY4, man. Here's another one.
LY4,
catching Eson off guard. Sana dealing as much damage, but LY4 not enough to put a beat on him. And Rockhart, they're 100% takes on the turtle.
Yeah, I mean, LY4 getting all the turtles just means that OHEB just has so much room to catch up for. He needs to catch up on so much, and as a Mia, it's difficult. I'm telling you, I don't think they're going to be able to do it anytime soon.
Oh, Sink here jumping in with the Rampaging Sandstorm. He backs out, although, do note, Sink already has the immortality, so he does that with relative impunity. Now, you put it into perspective, Rockhart, the gap is just growing ever bigger. It's close to 5,000, and I do believe that if a team is way ahead by maybe 5,000, 6,000 in the early to mid, you're basically no man's land.
Yeah, and this is also a team that has a Brody, so that's it. Like amplifies that lead, right? When you have a marksman that can do so much damage, just like LY4's Brody. I mean, any lead is just already so huge.
Eson here wants to engage. He pops the Poissance, dealing some damage onto Fossa, but they disengage. What's the play here now for RSG? I do believe they want to take bottom lane.
They want more, absolutely. If I were RSG, I want to get more, and I think they are trying to force that on the ball lane as well.
Here we go. Eson gets hit with a rotation. There's the feathered airstrike, and Wise has good wave clear, but I am yet to feel Oh My Venus. The first 2 minutes, sure. But right now, it's all been about saving Oheb.
It's weird to see Oh My Venus on utility. Right? I'm not used to it. I'm always so used to Oh My Venus just being so aggressive all the time.
Oh My Venus is babysitting right now.
Yeah, he's just on babysitting duty, and I don't know if that's going to work well. But right now, they do catch Sync as well. Rage Sandstorm trying to go out. Only pops Sync's immortality. Very, very tanky. Can also kind of regen back up with that, of course, the quicksand guard. So these automatic time bombs, they're not doing much at this point.
Auto alarm bombs you mentioned earlier with the Impure Rage should be quite the thorn in the sides, but they have catchers. Yeah, they have catchers. They have Tams on Sana, and they have Sync on that Khalid, which by the way is the #1 pick in the MPL for MYSG. So this is a hero that definitely Sync is used to playing.
Sync's got this.
He can play Khalid while he's asleep.
And now what we're looking for here is just Oheb still trying to catch up. He's not dying, which is a very good sign for Blacklist, but at the same time, we haven't seen him actually look for an engagement yet. So I don't know how long of a setup time Oheb needs to go online, but the clock is running out, my friend.
Yep.
It's running out.
Yep, 11 minutes in, we are approaching the late game here, and in about 4 minutes, that's going to be the average game time for RSG, and it's all about them shooting that shot. The ball is in their hands. It's in their courts here for you sports fans out there. Fossa might be in trouble. This is a 5-man from Blacklist, but they know better. Here comes Fenrir taking quite a few barrages. A few... Oh! What?
Lord for the assist! I don't know. Lord for the assist, man.
Lord's on the side of Blacklist.
Yeah, Blacklist 6-man. The
yes,
Lord.
But RSG secured the Lord nonetheless, marching down bottom. And once more, they're applying pressure.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, Rockhart, if you ask me, if Blacklist does this, like maybe 2 or 3 more times, and Oheb does not die, those might be the keys to them coming back. Because look, this is a free turret.
That's a free turret for Oheb. That means a lot of gold going for this marksman. Now, the Mia is, again, kind of really situational where you want to put him. He depends a lot on your teammates. It depends a lot on what Esson's going to do on the Baksha. Who's going to be the target. That's the only time that the Mia can do damage. Only if he can free hit.
And I think with the ultimate, yes, you can. That's the key here. So you're praying that Sync or Fossa don't catch you, because that's where a majority of the CC is going to come in. But I do believe it's going to be dangerous because there is a flicker on this Jawhead. Fossa means business. And there is Wise once more. Rockhart, this whole game, 12 minutes in, I feel like what we thought would be aggressive from Oh My Venus, Wise, and, well, even Esson. I do believe Esson has the potential to be aggressive.
Yeah.
It's just been defense all this time. But we'll see if it pays off. Fenrir takes another, and he does not fall for the second time.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, right? They got some damage. The problem is they don't have anyone to engage with. So the damage can't stick. You know, they can't really nuke anybody at this point. So they're going to have to rely on maybe RSG being mispositioned for them to actually make some pickoffs, and that's becoming very difficult because RSG, not only do they have 3 very tanky frontliners, they have a Khalid, they have a Jawhead, they also have a Fams, but they're also very mobile.
Yep, that's the thing. It's going to be on Fenrir in the near future, since we are going into the late game now, to catch off guard the Blacklist lineup. We haven't seen any major diversions yet. Any bush-to-bush plays.
Yeah.
So that is still something that RSG is hiding. That's something I believe that they might need to do as a Hail Mary play if Oheb does become a huge problem. But for now, Oheb is a sleeping giant.
You know what's funny? We haven't really seen a big 5v5 fight yet. We're 12 minutes or 14 minutes in the game. No big 5v5s yet. Like, Blacklist doesn't want it because they want Oheb to catch up. But at the same time, RSG doesn't want it because they don't want to commit a mistake. They don't want to give any kills. And with these two things happening for both of our teams, who's more dominant? Right?
I think this is just a game of hide and seek as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And when does it turn into tag? When does it turn into cops and robbers is my question. Because Oheb has to come online sometime soon. But if anything, Rockhart, what Blacklist is holding on to is the fact that they have not yet been penetrated. All inhibitors still stand.
Yeah.
Close for bottom, though. I do believe in 50 seconds when this Lord comes up, if it still goes to RSG, then that is almost a guaranteed takedown. But every minute that passes by, the OHEB show
See, look at this.
comes closer to a head.
What's happening? Like, everyone's just waiting. It's so quiet. You know, it's so quiet.
I don't know.
I just feel like they're just RSG is they have a big lead, but they're playing it too safe. Is that I don't know if you can even say it's too safe. What's up with RSG?
I believe it's not too safe, Rockhard. Take this. How about this? How about I one you up better? They're just really playing it to their strength because they know that Wise hurts. Now look at this. Fossa takes quite a few hits. There's the Rampaging Sandstorm. Oh my Venus with the Time's Journey. Fossa dealing quite a bit of damage. Another barrage by Wise. They have timed out the Feather Strike. Down goes Fossa. Sync gets his immortality down, and that's a double for Wise. Fenrir flickers out.
There you go.
This might be the turnaround.
What was I talking about, man? I mean, did that look like a team fight that has 10k goal difference? No, it did not. It just felt like they were even. And right now, that's going to be happening here around the Lord area.
Ooh, OHEB goes ahead. Ham onto the Lord. Fenrir looks low. They're trying to burst down Esson. LY4 gets it. Oh my Venus is in trouble. Down goes Venus. LY4 and Sana, the only members left. Oh,
LY4.
What? Sana off camera steals Lord! And down goes Wise. Edward versus LY4. That's a stun onto the Lapu-Lapu. LY4 wins the duel. It's only OHEB. Where is OHEB? Down goes OHEB. It's a trade for the Towns. Ladies and gentlemen, the first big team fight isn't even a 5v5.
Man! A maniac for LY4 on the Brody. And Sana stole the Lord. How did that happen? Like, what are the... I want to see a replay of that now. Right? I want to see a replay because that felt like an impossible fight to win for RSG with only 3 people alive for them.
We were saying, right? Blacklist might be back in form, but
That
right
might be
now, it's not looking good. Time's Journey here by Venus trying to save Esson. There's the Puissance. He is chunky. Another barrage of feathered assaults by Wise, but it's not enough. The base has been hammered in by RSG. It goes online and engages sooner. And there you go. RSG still, that's it. First wave of skills done.
Yep.
Let's go for round 2.
So that's going to be the win condition for Blacklist, right? If you can get the Estes consistently on the front line, if that healing is always activated, there's very little chance that you're going to die.
Yep. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2. It's match point for RSG. One more game before they eliminate Blacklist International from the Philippines, putting a smile on all the people of Singapore. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Rockhard. Check this out. OHEB on the side lanes, and they decide to give Wise the core now.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. This is the comfort pick of Wise all season long back in Season 6. And now they're going to make it work probably better. And Edward is going to be on the Farsa, which is... It's actually pretty good because, I don't know, I feel like that's... Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct, right? So, it feels better because Edward did go on support role as well previously. So, they have more muscle memory to work with.
Yeah, what really bothers me though is why they keep forcing Oh My Venus on this utility role.
Yeah,
I believe Oh My Venus is a better macro player, an amazing shot caller, and relegating Venus into a side lane kind of just nullifies many strengths there. And again, they're facing off against Sync, so a Baksha and an Estes on a Barats, that's essentially a wash.
Yeah. And of course, you also have... I mean, this is Season 4, Oh My Venus. MPL PH Season 4. Where almost all the time, he will go either Estes, right? Or a random support. But almost all the time, Estes.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Sync now finds himself in trouble. Does not survive. Wise gets first blood. A huge rotation from Blacklist resulting in this early lead. About 700, 800 gold already. And they want to bear down on this turret. Taking some shields along the way. Building up this lead to maybe 1,000 gold. Sana can do not much but watch.
Yeah, and again, that's what you want to do against a laner like a FAMS. You want to be able to have a lot of harassment options available so you can get that outer turret energy shield, which is currently at 20% right now. So that means Blacklist got a lot of gold from that change.
Whoa! Yep, they're growing at maybe past 1,000, but I think RSG would be the wiser to try and answer back.
They have to.
Yeah, they're sending Fossa down there, as well as LY4 and Fenrir. Let's see how this engage goes. In comes LY4. There's the Feathered Airstrike by Edward. They take quite a few barrages, and there's the Mountain Shocker to boot.
That's a lot of damage that RSG does not know how to deal with right now, which means they will be forced to back off, and that means it's an open turtle for Blacklist.
And an open turret as well, but they choose their priorities here.
Get the goal, the sure goal.
Yes, make sure that you get the objective that does not respawn, because you're already ahead on the map anyways. But interesting how RSG still is able to reset and keep that lead as close as possible. Look, it's not growing any bigger. There's the Feathered Airstrike. Sync now knows that he can come in, look for the Tona's welcome, but they say, you know what, let's back out, let's buy some time here, let's contest Turtle.
But right now, I think they still want to keep going. Such confidence here from RSG.
Oh, Oheb with the Rampaging Sandstorm. The damage is real. There goes Fenrir. Sana might be falling up next. Poisans by Esson. Wise gets another. Double for Oheb. Down goes the Akai. Esson chasing down Sync. Oh, uses the Cyclone Eye. Once the Bane of Wise, if you all remember, you remember. And now free turtle for the YSS 4-0 and already 3K in the lead. Blacklist. We might be this much closer to seeing a game 3, Rockhart.
That was a money blessing of the Moon Goddess there, coming in from Oh My Venus. And that is the reason why that player, such a good guy on a utility still. I mean, this is exactly what it looked like way back Season 4, and they are showing it here again. A lot of map control, plus they also control the health of their team. That's just beautiful to watch.
How the tables have turned. In Game 1, Resurgence actually was down on map vision. They were totally in the dark. But this time, it is still true. But I wonder what this is. Did Black that they have, whatever fight they start, they will win. Now Esson barely survives. Fossa taken out off camera while we were looking at the replay. And even down bottom, we're seeing Sync in trouble.
Flicker out. Oh my gosh. When you see a Barrett's flickering out, and the enemy is still going, that's a bad sign. Yeah, that's a bad sign for the Barrett's team. And he gets taken out in the end by Edward.
Oh, all right. We seem to have been eating our words. As nice as the draft is, as beautiful as the double B might be.
Double B.
Yep. Yeah. It seems to be too much against a well-built draft like this. You have full coverage. And I think the icing on the cake here is definitely the Estes. Now Fenrir and LY4 just back out. Like, that was just too much for them. And there's another push down bottom, all the way, second tier.
They're not stopping, man. It's unlimited backs for Resurgence and unlimited pushes coming in from Blacklist International right now, who will also have control of the turtle area. This Brody cannot position anymore. He's stuck trying to get the buffs, trying to get the jungle.
Oh, Purify by Oh My Venus, freeing him from the Detona's welcome. There you go, another jump in. Killing spree now for Oheb. Fenrir backs out. That's 2 for none. And Edward, oh, nice positioning. An aggressive Feathered Airstrike, clearing the waves, making sure Sana and LY4 have to back out. And now they see lethal intent for this mid lane turret. Blacklist seems to be unstoppable.
This is what I'm talking about. Before the draft started, I want to see old Blacklist. This is happening right now.
Here it is. Sana sees his life flash right before his eyes. There you go, the first kill for RSG. It seems like Oheb was in too deep.
And it's inside the base.
But is that too much, though? I think Oheb asked for that, and they got what they needed anyways. Blacklist lost nothing there.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking, Leo? Game 1, they really were just messing with us. This is the exact role that I want for each and every player. I want all my Venus on support heroes like this. I want Wise on a Yi Sun-shin on a hyper carry, and I want Oheb on an offlaner, and they did just that here. This is what looks more natural for me, right? It looks more natural. Old Blacklist plus old half of Onyx, right? They combined it, and this is what it looks like.
Yep, they just took the best of both worlds, and it's not even about what we want. It's about what will work best.
What usually works, what they're very capable at. Because we have watched this team play for so many seasons now, and we know what they're good at.
Yep, and I think it's all about RSG now, proven that they're more than just the underdogs. Because right now, they definitely feel like underdogs.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like KZP kind of pushed themselves into a corner. He kind of wrote this story as it is, man.
And that's happening right now in this matchup.
And I hate seeing such powerful heroes be pushed and be bullied like this.
It's the double B. Man, you gotta get that Brody. You gotta get the Bagats. That's like, it adds like plus 10% win rate.
Yeah, what do they do, right?
You know?
100% turtle rate right now for Wise and Blacklist. Where do they find kills? Because Foss can't find anything. Look, Edward's in trouble, and that's where you do it. Fossa takes one down. Esson jumps in. There's the
But look at Wise
locking in. Oh no, Oheb jumps in with Rampaging Sandstorm. There's the damage from Oheb. Sync, not enough stacks on the go. Big, and he goes down. It's a 2-for-1. Edward weighs himself in.
That didn't even matter. Edward just became bait, and then it was an opportunity for Wise to get in position with that Yi Sun Shin. And again, very aggressive plays for Oheb. You have to give props to this guy. He just comes out of nowhere and surprises RSG each and every turn.
He paid his worth in gold. All right.
Yeah.
Then look. RSG can't even take their own orange.
Yeah.
LY4 lost it to Blacklist Wise, and Esson
They're
and
bullying right now, man.
Yeah, are just pushing them out. And usually, Rakar, the chokes happen when you get pushed in, right? The chokes happen when you're penetrated, but that's just how dominant, that's how ahead Blacklist is right now. And I think this is the killer instinct we did not see from RSG.
Yep.
In the previous game, 9 minutes in, RSG was still skirting around. RSG was still picking their fights. But
They're
right now,
super passive.
Yep, Blacklist is the one who's saying, how about now? How about you? How about we fight? How about right here? And it's not even 5v5s. It's like 2v5s, 3v5s.
Yeah, and
as long as it involves Oh My Venus.
Yeah, and for me, the answer is RSG. When they're ahead, they're play passive. But even now on the defense, they just don't want to fight as well. So RSG has this aura that they only want to take sure wins when they fight. And so far, they don't have a sure win in terms of the clash. That's why they don't want to go.
And I think the real success, I'm ready to be proven wrong. LY4 just sticking in the map by just a hair. Look at that.
Literally a hair on the HP bar.
Yep, I think the key here is for them to isolate at least Edward and not pay the price of two heroes.
Oh,
get Edward or get Wise. Venus doesn't matter. I think it's all about not shutting down Wise and Edward.
They did a good thing by catching Edward earlier, right? The problem was they didn't have enough ways. They didn't have an exit strategy.
Yeah.
So they have to make sure that they can catch at least Edward off guard, or at least Wise, if they want to keep this an even. Because right now, even the Barats of Sync just melts in front of this Yi Sun Shin.
Yep, he doesn't even get big. He get medium because he's too scared. He goes medium.
He just go medium. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because it doesn't feel as tanky as before. And right now, this Fossa's Akai, it also isn't as tanky as it should be. I mean, we're saying it's a utility Akai most likely, just to stop Wise on the Yi Sun Shin. But right now, I mean, they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna tear through this Akai if Fossa just makes a wrong move, and I think RSG knows. That's why they're playing like this.
Yep, here we go. Sync getting bit on by Oheb and Esson. They back out. There's a feathered airstrike by Edward. Fossa pushing back on to Edward, and oh no, this turn's not gonna stand any longer. They do have Lord. Sana looks low. Popping the Vengeance. Down he goes. Oheb gets the kill. It's off-lane violence, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like they have lethal intent for this top lane as well. That's 2 lanes penetrated by Blacklist International, and it's just a matter of time. That's Sana down. There's very little wave clear they jump onto LY4. He survives. He still has a kill. Just barely misses. Sync is going to be next. Detona's welcome into the rest of them. Down goes Fossa as well as Sync, and not one has fallen from the side of Blacklist. Rampaging Sandstorm onto Fenrir. LY4 is going to get shut down here, and down they go. Ladies.
Wow.
Look,
wow.
Even they stand up in acclaim. Looking back now, I do believe one of the few answers left for RSG here is RSG banded out, but they still have this Lunox, which could potentially be a secondary core. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is for all the marbles. This is for tournament life. Blacklist International versus RSG. this is the eliminations game right here. It could be the Philippines, could be Singapore moving on. It all falls down to the next game. Rockhart, I really like how Blacklist has been pushing for these, how do you say, less than usual lanings.
Yeah, and it kind of throws out plans if you were, for example, if you have a plan to invade mid or invade jungle early, you know, RSG just has some really good stuff to counteract that. Now, what Blacklist is doing is kind of also different because they're taking both jungle camps at the same time, which leaves little room for invades after that level 2. So they kind of secured their early game already, and that would mean that early level 4 for Edward, early level 4 as well for Oheb.
And to be fair, I think RSG's lineup isn't an invade lineup anyways. If it was a different tank, or if we know LY4 to be a super aggressive player, then yes. But again, based on the previous 2 games, RSG relatively conservative.
They don't really like to play passive.
They're very safe.
Absolutely. And they don't mind. That's just how they are comfortable playing with. You know, play safe until you can get an opening just like that.
Sync, even underneath the turret, had a few charges on the passive of this Yuzhong, and it will result to a lot of free gold with Fossa, his wingman, just waiting in the bush here, waiting to see. Oh, I think they're going to go for round 2 on Oheb.
Yeah, they want to keep going. They want to get all this gold coming in from the outer turret energy shield. And there's just very little that Oheb can do against this. He can only throw those shurikens out. He's not even level 4, so he doesn't have Shadow Kill.
I wonder if they have the resources to go for this now. No! Black Dragon form by Sync, just right on popping the passive. And it is just across the road. I'm not even going to go for the joke anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just Blacklist answering early on. Like they said, guys, the map's a little empty. Please help me, says Oheb.
Yeah.
And they almost caught them. I mean, they forced Sync to go Black Dragon to escape.
I think it was just also the threat of the activation. It was a rattlesnake move from Blacklist. They were like, okay, if you don't engage, neither will we. We'll just make sure that you back off because you know now that we have the room to answer.
Yeah.
But just the same, I'm wondering if this shows RSG, if this tells them that, hey, we can fight back. Now Fenrir in
Look
trouble.
at this.
Edward coming in. There's the toss on to Fenrir. Down goes the Eudora. Eson goes down as well. And Rockhart, this might be the burst we're looking for. Oh, my Venus is in trouble. Down to 1 HP. Sana, not enough. Pops on that passive, because if he did, then the sand would be enough to throw him, propel him over onto the Estes for one more hit. But instead, they'll say, we'll back off, turn it into a turtle, and we see now how their conservative play is actually turning into a, how do you say, deliberate gameplay style.
All of a sudden, they can actually go hard all in. I mean, we saw earlier what we were talking about. Fenrir got taken out before he could complete the combo because of the single target damage from Blacklist. But after that, after they throw everything on the one guy, you see the weakness as well of the lineup for Blacklist in the early game. They kind of lack that follow-up after everything.
They lack cleanup. Well, I guess that's what Oheb is for. But it's not going to happen if Oheb keeps getting beaten down up top.
Yeah, and when he's just busy farming.
Yep, it's a seesaw. It's a tug of war that these two teams are doing here. It's the threat of, will we get to fix one part of our lineup? Or
might take a while, yeah.
Will we be able to get this insurance that if we do make it to mid-game in okay shape, then these team fights will favor us.
Yeah.
Now, I'm liking how RSG is more willing to take these fights because take game 1 and 2. 4 minutes, 5 minutes in, you wouldn't see such engages.
Yeah, and I think that this game is not going to be any different. Despite now, RSG looks like they're more willing, but they're still playing a bit more, like this. They only go in if it's a sure kill.
Yep.
Right? And it's working. It's working. It's working for them.
Yep, so this is how we see them adjust, ladies and gentlemen. Now you see in mid, Fossa in trouble. Perfect match out, but Wise gets one more hit in after committing the Zaman Force. That's at least what you can expect. So it's a trade up top for mid, but no conversions just yet. Save for Sync, who has not let go. He takes that turret with impunity.
And those critical hits, again, coming in from LY4. is just a small demonstration, right? He's still looking for a good target for this. And I think Eson just has to be a lot more careful now. Like right now, I think there is something happening there.
Ooh, Eson in mid, looking for a target. Throwing out those spells is Edward. And I think, Rockhart, I really like the interaction between the heals on Oh My Venus and Edward's Order Brilliance. Like, he legit can just go for round 3 if he wants to.
All over again, right? They have so much uptime. It's so surprising right now, though. It's gonna be a great Fatal Links.
Yep, Eson getting one, but Zaman Force gonna save him. Oh My Venus is in trouble. There's a Zaman Force running out, but the Rampaging Sandstorm is the period in this story. Sana gets one in the backline. Edward looking low. Fossa as well backing out from Eson. Smart missiles everywhere. Another ejector, but it's on the wrong target. Sana gets another one, and they convert into a turret because Oheb is busy up top. I do think this is the time for Oheb, but I'm wondering, Rockhart, was that worth it?
I mean, Blacklist is still getting gold. Despite losing out on these big team fights, they're still getting some gold because of the split push of the Hayabusa. So I guess it's not that bad. But if they keep losing out on the big team fights, I think that's 3 in a row already, or 2 in a row. They're gonna go down soon. They gotta be careful.
Might be in trouble here. That's a 3-man from Blacklist, and you're right. Personally, to me, I think it's one step forward. I think, given that it is a 2 for none, well, 2 for 1 turret, off-cam sync goes down. It's worth it for RSG because now they're going once more. They understand, Rockhart. We need to shut down Oheb.
Yeah,
Oheb
keep going.
later on is gonna be a big
Oh,
problem.
the stun! Oh my gosh! What a perfect stun from Fenrir! Slows down the Hayabusa, stops him from going shadow kill.
And the shadow kill might have been the one thing he needed. After the shadow kill pops, quad shadow out, he might have even survived.
Wow, that's a very clutch play coming in from the Eudora player from Resurgence here. And now they're still going. They keep going on the mid lane with Eson going in hard.
Fenrir looks low. There's the ejector away. I thought it was going to be moot, but there you go. Rampaging Sandstorm in. Eson traded out. Oh My Venus trying to find the heal, but in comes Sync, bullying the healer. And Sync in now half dragon form.
There you go.
Pops the ult. That's a double for Sana. Actually, the timer did not allow for that. Oheb comes in, does not pop the ult, and they are now going to go for the choke. Rockhart, they're going to steal the purple here away from Blacklist, and there's going to be no contest. Another win, I believe, for RSG.
Yeah, that's what I keep talking about. You group up like that around the Blessing of the Moon Goddess, you're going to get a lot of AoE damage from Sync. And I mentioned this before the broadcast. Sync just plays one main Yuzhong. So they have to really be extra vigilant how they position around the Blessing of the Moon Goddess from the Estes.
And already I see another trend in this best of 3. Whoever gets 100% on Turtle just solidifies their early to mid game, and it's just that much harder. Looking for a turnaround here for Blacklist. Rockhart, who do you think is going to come on from? Is it from Wise or from Oheb? Those are my only 2 bets.
I think it's going to be Oheb, the Oheb game. Wise is more of like the support artillery, you know, from the back line. But Oheb looks like he's the one with the katana up front. So it just feels like that's going to be what you want to do. You want to keep your eyes on Oheb and make sure you don't leave anyone alone. And RSG should be able to endure the damage.
Yep, here's a 4v5 waiting to happen. Ejector onto the back. Eson looking low. Fossa was the one who was tossed out. And now he goes down. That's going to be one for LY4. And they get that with no punish.
Unlimited Sha essence for Sync. That is what's happening over and over again. And it's really just not a good look so far for Blacklist International because of these plays that they're doing. They are just being pummeled because, again, the front line is unbeatable right now for RSG, so they need to think of other ways to get in. So Blacklist, they need to look for alternatives at this point. They can't keep doing the same things over and over again.
Yeah, this is one of the few times that Atlas actually is the right tank. Atlas is the best tank for the situation, and Fossa has been doing an immense job. Sure, 0-1-4 with a tenacity emblem talent. It doesn't look like much, but it's been working wonders. That's one of the few reasons why maybe 2 or 3 times in a row now, RSG has won team fights. Now there's the choke. Sync getting ejected over. He's able to save himself and survive. And so far, I see now, Rockhart, it's Blacklist who is feeling a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah, it is Blacklist who is looking like they really want to play it safer, the passive game style, until we can get it to a point where Oheb's stronger. Because right now Oheb's 0, free, and 0 on the Hayabusa. He's only getting gold from like the pushes he did earlier, plus some small minions and small minion waves and the jungle. Other than that, Oheb's just a little bit behind, despite being at par with Lunox and Harif's gold difference here in this game.
And to be fair, he has a Blade of Despair now, so that means he's farming.
Got some damage.
He's farming all right, but the thing is, I think RSG has shut down his talent emblem all the same. High and Dry does nothing in this matchup.
Yeah, RSG's always minimum grouped up into 4 or 3. It's how do you even kill anyone with Shadow Kill? And I think that's the game plan, right? RSG recognizes if we split up, we're gonna go down, and that's why they're always sticking together on the map.
They made up for the first pick disadvantage. Again, the fact that there are no reactions after your last pick, and the opponent still gets that last choice. And they fixed it via in-game strategy. They fixed it via execution. And right now, it looks like these two teams are jockeying for position here for this first Lord of the game. We are approaching 12 minutes, so this is going to be an enhanced Lord. The first one marching onto the map is enhanced. And now, I think RSG says, it's time. With Fossa waiting in the wings here, I wonder how they're going to engage. Again, Eson needs
Probably
to watch
a 5v5. It feels like a 5v5 right now that wants to happen. And Blacklist, I think they're also thinking we might be ready to go for it. Let's see.
Look at Fenrir waiting. This is just mayhem about to be unleashed. Both teams know Fossa with the perfect match. Oh, the Ravaging Sandstorm and the Fatal Links. Oh, my Venus could not heal anyone in that situation. That's a double for Sync into the backline. Wise with the Zaman Force in the right corridor, but it might be too little too late. It's already 3-4-1 with Wise and Edward, the only ones left, and RSG goes back to business. Let's finish what we started. This Lord is ours for the taking. Rockhart, what went down?
I think it's just, there's just no way for Oheb to maneuver. Because the moment that Fenrir sees Oheb, the Eudora is just going to go all in. And he can't do anything because of that. And even the biggest tanks of Blacklist, which is the Esson's Jawhead, cannot go in without suffering almost all of his HP.
Yep. And now we see why Blacklist just, how do we say, favors vision a lot. They want to really make sure that when they get bush checks, it's not lethal. It's not like this. And I understand completely, man. It's the interaction between the Eudora and the Hayabusa. Fenrir is always going to have his hand, his finger on the trigger. Yep, exactly. And here's some sign of life. But the fact that it's Sana, who they're essentially playing tango with, is a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you do that, that means LY4 is free hit. Right? So, I don't know. It's just very difficult for Blacklist to engage. And they can't even... It's going to be difficult to defend this one.
Here we go. Black Dragon form plus the Lord whacking away at that turret. Even mid lane is being pressured. This is lane management and pressure being put in by RSG. They get to defend Slaying Lord here, Blacklist International, so they get to live for another round, I believe. I think they'll be hanging on for at least one more time before Lord comes in. And again, key, I believe, is to protect Oheb. Make sure Oheb at least does something.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the game, apparently, for RSG. And I think they want to start finishing it right now with Eson.
Fatal Links by Eson. Oh, sorry, by Fossa. They take down Sana finally, and it looks like LY4 is going to follow through. Rockhart, this might be the turnaround. Sync is backing out of here using the execute, but no more kills after that. I believe that was one highlight, I believe, in this whole game. 15 minutes in, this is the first time in a while we've seen Blacklist show some fight. And I think, again, we'll both agree, Oheb needed to survive. Oheb needed to lay down some damage, and possibly it may have been an odd engage by Fossa.
Man, is RSG going to be sorry that they didn't finish it right there and then? Because I feel like they gave Blacklist another opportunity to go 5v5 with a fully powered Estes on their back. I mean, right now, it's RSG just hoping that they can defend because the gold is actually almost even again.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Rocker. I don't think it was up to RSG. At any point in this game, I don't think it's always RSG saying, okay, let's not finish yet. It's mostly RSG saying, we'll find the windows. But sometimes I'm thinking they're not looking the right way.
Yeah. And they keep trying to go for Esson, and when that fails, it's like, all right, the backline's gonna run through you. You know, you got Harif going for Zaman Force, and you got the Blessing of the Moon Goddess going, keeping everyone just pushing forward.
Yep. You know what this reminds me of? RSG's gameplay style is Floyd Mayweather.
Oh,
Money Mayweather.
yeah.
Always looking for the counter attacks. And now look at this. In comes Sana with the Rampaging Sandstorm. Sync with the Black Dragon form from the backline. Zaman Force already committed here by Wise. It's looking dangerous. There's an ejector, but Esson goes down. Ohem takes out Sana. Sync goes down as well. They're trading left and right. 3 for 1 so far. And it's just Fossa and 4 LY4 left.
Oh my gosh!
Fossa the only survivor.
I think this is it!
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the turnaround of the century. It's a wipeout, and this might be it. You're right, Rockhard. Blacklist wiped out RSG, and all it took was that interesting
26
team fight
seconds on the next respawn.
in their
That's
jungle.
it.
This is it. What? Blacklist International effectively eliminates RSG. Another Filipino team moves on in the
real fighter. Now, if you have this kind of lineup, you have no sustain. But that was solved by items picked up here by Blacklist International, specifically the Clock of Destiny on the Lunox. It allowed Edward to play the front line here for Blacklist and add to that the sustain onto